Hello everyone, Gifted Soul here back for another pick a card reading. I am doing this pick a card reading in collaboration with Woohoo Tarot. I will link all of her information down below as far as her YouTube channel. And yeah, so this is going to be what the spirit want you to know. If you are interested in checking out Woohoo Tarot's pick a card reading in response to this, again, the link will be in the description box below to her channel and the video directly. So yeah, and thank you Woohoo Tarot for considering to collab with me. She has been one of the people who support me pretty much on a regular basis as far as like my spiritual journey goes with the readings, and she's always in my live streams. She's also one of my moderators too, so thank you. But yeah, go check her out, subscribe, tell her Gifted Soul 777 sent you, and yeah, and she has some very good readings on her channel that I discovered just recently, because I wasn't 100% like aware that she was doing readings. Given her YouTube name, I kind of figured, but then it was like, I don't know, I feel like I visited her channel one time and there was nothing on it. I don't know what happened, but either way, she does readings. I have watched some of them recently, and the ones that I have watched have been very accurate for me. So yeah, go check her out and show her some love, support, and subscribe. Okay, so again, we're doing what the spirit want you to know. I have 3 piles here as always, already pre-pulled for you. We will discover the magic that and reveal the cards together. So yeah, so 1, 2, and 3, just pick whatever pile you're guided to. Pick by your number, however you pick. I do only recommend 1 pile well, when it comes to pick a card readings. I feel like you could get confused, but it's up to you. Just don't, you know, well, I mean, you can make the messages apply how you want them to apply, so you don't necessarily have to pick one. But in most pick a card readings that, you know, I participate in on YouTube, when I'm, you know, picking my piles, I try to pick just one. But anyways, personalized readings, if you would like one, all of that is going to be linked in the description box below. My PayPal link if you want to send energy exchange to support my channel, or to help me make ends meet, whatever you want to do. And yeah, and also keep in mind that it is up to you whatever you do with whatever guidance is provided here. Do not make decisions on impulse, and make sure that you know that this is for entertainment purposes only. It's not going to resonate with everybody, and it's not supposed to, as it is mass collective. Free will is a way of life, and we're all in control over our own destinies in the end. And pick a card readings are not at all reflective on my gift. I am psychic for the most part, and yes, I can be wrong sometimes, but my point in this is to say that just because a pick a card reading may not resonate with you, it doesn't mean that if you were to get a personal reading, it's going to have the same effect, so keep that in mind. But anyways, I've talked a little too much now, so we're going to go ahead and get into the piles. I'll see you guys in pile 1. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 1. Again, this reading is regarding what spirit wants you to know, whether that's advice, some things coming up, some things to kind of look out for, or whatever the case is. So let's see. Be yourself. So be authentic. Don't let anybody make you feel like you are not enough as is. Yeah, let's see. We have 2 of Pentacles. Looks like there are some financial decisions coming up for some of you, and or career goals that you need to be focused on. In order to really see your desired outcome, you have to do it the way that you want to do it. Spirit is saying not to revolve your decision-making processes around other people. You need to finally make decisions based on what you would like to see in your life, not what somebody else likes to see. That's what I'm feeling to tell you guys. It looks like you guys are coming up, are going to be receiving a lot of different opportunities where you may have to choose between more than one as well. And I'm getting Capricorn energy here. It could be any earth sign, but Spirit is specifically bringing up Capricorn at the moment. This could be somebody that you're thinking about, somebody close to you, just the energy that you or them are taking on at this time, or in other areas of your chart or theirs. So keep that in mind. And like I say, as always, just because a zodiac sign pops up, either from the cards or Spirit is giving me one to relate, does not mean you have to be one or that particular sign for it to resonate. So keep that in mind. We have trust your intuition. Yeah, it looks like you need to trust your intuition when it comes to making this decision regarding this regarding these opportunities that you're going to be having. And I feel like these are opportunities coming in the next about 2 to 3 months for some of you. Or it could be possibly Capricorn season. But yeah, this says, I don't know if you can see it all that well, but trust your intuition. So when it comes to these decisions, let your intuition guide you. Surrender. Pretty much surrender is telling you to, actually it goes hand in hand with all of these messages here. But the one that I'm feeling guided to the most is the be yourself message. Surrender means to let go. So let your hair down. I'm not saying to be wild, but to be free. I feel like some of you may also need to let other people start carrying your, what you call a burden. And I'm not saying to burden anybody else, but to allow somebody to help you carry your weight. And yeah. Even if it's as simple as letting somebody hold the door open for you. So we have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust in universal flow. So things are going to happen the way you want it to happen, but it's going to take time. You can't rush this process. Let go of a specific expectation or timing that you may have in your mind, and let the universe work things out the way it's supposed to, because it is going to come together, but it's not going to be on your time. It's going to be with the universe and what they want, when they want to, you know, bless you with this particular opportunity. Or again, when it comes to the decision making process, make sure that you give yourself time as well to make the decision. Like I said, don't make decisions and stuff on impulse. Give yourself time. So we have strength. It looks like we have a lot, well, not a lot, we have some orange here, enough orange. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. So like I said, not feeling like it's weak to have somebody else's help. I do feel like you've already gone through a lot on your own. It could, you know, I'm not saying you can't continue to do things by yourself and you're not capable. It's just Spirit is wanting you to, you know, let you know that it's okay to have help. Maybe you need to let go of pride. Stop trying to be so strong for everybody, as far as like doing everything yourself, or when it's a sad time, you're holding up a brave face while everybody else is crying. Spirit is wanting you to know that it's okay to cry or let out a sigh of relief. So yeah. And strength also means that you have a lot of courage as well. You're very brave, and you tend not to let people see you be emotional, which is okay, because you don't want to let everybody see that, because people will use that to their advantage. But I feel like you are going to be finding your tribe where you can, you know, let your emotions out in a safe place. So yeah, we have Maya, and this says schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So it looks like you need to do some more research. When these opportunities come, you're going to be having to be in front of the computer. It could even be a job from home for some of you. But I feel like most of this is meaning that you're going to need to give yourself time to make the decision, and also doing more research, getting more information about something before you say yes or no to a decision. And for some of you, you may need to go back to school as far as taking up a trade or getting some type of education, as far as like literally going back to school, you know, that type of thing. And for some of you, you may want this. And I also feel for some of you watching this, oddly enough, you are waiting to hear back from a school if you've been accepted or something regarding your education. And if it's something where you feel like you're not going to be able to get out of it, or something bad or something, I do feel like it's going to turn around, but you're going to be faced with more than one solution. So you have to pick the solution carefully on how it fits you in your situation specifically. So that's one thing I see. And for others of you, you're waiting to like hear back if you've gotten accepted to a school, and I feel like you've gotten accepted to more than one place, as far as like 2 in particular that you were really hopeful about, and you're going to have to choose between the 2 of those as well. So a lot of things here. Take what resonates, disregard the rest. So a part of that may resonate with somebody else, and the other part may resonate with you, vice versa. So we have allow love. So pretty much, like I said, allow help. Open up your heart. Allow people to help you. Allow people to support you. Allow people to love you. When I say love, it doesn't necessarily have to be romance. It can be friends, family, anything. But you're kind of rejecting some form of love right now, whoever it may be. Like I said, whether it's a love interest, a parent, friend, family member, long lost twin, whoever it is, you're rejecting some type of love right now. I don't know, maybe in fear of getting hurt, or in fear of just opening up in general. Maybe you just don't like to do that, and Spirit is telling you to kind of come. Like I said, you don't want to show everybody your emotions, but I feel like Spirit is wanting you to at least find 1 or 2 people that you can feel comfortable doing that with. But yeah, just allow people also to, you know, give you a job well done, give you a pat on the back and say, hey, you did well. Don't be modest. Allow people to, I wouldn't say praise, but allow people to shine a light on you. We have fork in the road. So to me, that's another decision type of card. So it looks like your reading is all about making decisions in 1 or more areas of your life. These decisions require for you to do more research, for you to, again, make them based on how you feel and not anybody else. And trusting your intuition with these decisions, like I said earlier. And I feel like it's more than just work and career, but the first bit of it is work and finances for some of you. And it could be finances and even your love life with this allow love card as well. Maybe you feel like you have to choose between 1 or more people. And when it comes to that, if you find yourself having to choose, especially when it comes to your love life, sometimes the best decision is yourself. And actually, I say that a lot, but it's funny that it kind of pops up in the cards anyway. But like I said, whenever you're, especially when it's love interest, when you have to choose, the best decision is always yourself at the moment. Because if you have to do that much deliberation, then likely neither one are going to provide what it is exactly that you are needing. You're always going to want more. So if that's the case, Spirit is saying to choose yourself. And we have, which is our last card, Embracing Change. It says, with every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed, beyond what I can imagine. So when it comes to this message in particular, we talked about these decisions. The base of your reading is decision making. And with this embracing change message, it talks about you choosing one thing and having to sacrifice another, letting go of another, because for some of you, you cannot have both of whatever this is. It could be two people, two jobs, where maybe you interviewed for a few different jobs and then you get a call back from two jobs. For example, you can't have both here, whatever it is. A school, a job, a home, a lover. So know that whichever thing that you do choose, regardless, I feel like there's no right or wrong decision as far as like when it comes to mostly the work and career aspect, if that's what you're choosing from, and the schools as well. The love thing is kind of a little different because, like I said, if it's revolving love, Spirit is saying to choose yourself. As far as like romance, if it's involving that kind of love. But when it comes to all this other stuff that I mentioned, you can't, you have to choose between one or the other. And these are decisions, if not now, you're faced with, you're going to be faced with coming up. And I feel like I said, the next 2 to 3 months for some of you. Or maybe that's a deadline for some of you as well. But yeah, embracing change, knowing that you have to pick one. Whatever the thing is you choose to let go, is going to be okay, because whatever you chose is still going to open up a door for you. And maybe you've already had both, but Spirit is saying it's time to let one of them go. Maybe you already have 2 jobs. Maybe you already go to school in 2 different places. I'm not sure if that's possible or not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually possible, if you can do that. I'm pretty sure you could possibly in some places. But yeah, and I'm hearing some of you need to clear out your schedule as well. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, it could be a situation where you already have these things and you're needing to go ahead and let one go. But yeah, so that is what I have for pile number 1 regarding what Spirit wants you to know. Again, this is in collaboration with Woohoo Tarot. I will put her link to her video in the description box and in the pinned comment, and I will also put her channel link in both of those as well. If you would like a personalized reading from me, please do visit the description box. Guys, they are paid readings, so keep that in mind. I do have and I do understand, you know, sometimes people can't afford readings, but people do have to know that this is where I get most of my income from, and it's already not a lot. So yeah, anyway, I just kind of, now sometimes I will offer free stuff, but it's like you have to see when I'm offering it. I just know, especially lately, people, you know, kind of come to me for free guidance, and I hate saying no, but I do have to set boundaries. People come to me saying, you know, I don't have enough money and stuff like that, and I do feel bad about that. But it's also like, it's my job, so I can't you know, just up and give people free readings just because they don't have the income. Just simply wait until you do have it, or, you know, follow me on YouTube. Visit some of my live streams where I may give free readings. Just watch out for my posts, and then, yeah, you may be surprised. But as far as like on a daily basis, I do not offer that. I've even had to make a note on my website to keep people from asking, but yeah. So live streams, and just watch my post on Reddit, YouTube, Instagram. Maybe I might post, you know, free offerings there. But just know that if you come to me and say, I can't, you know, get it right now, I don't have the money, but I'm hoping you can help me, unfortunately I am gonna have to say no. And I don't like having to do that, which is why I'm talking about it right now, because I feel bad. But y'all, it is my job, so I can't, you know, just up and say, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and give this to you, you know, every time. Sometimes I have done that, but I'm not gonna do it anymore. I am babbling at this point, but just wanted to let you guys know that. But yeah, it's not to be mean or anything. It's just that this is my job, and you know, this is how I get my income in, so for the most part. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have for pile 1. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if something resonated already. Even though this is pretty much maybe saying stuff to look out for in the future, this could already be happening for some of you. And again, it's just not going to resonate for some people. It's not supposed to. So keep that in mind. And again, as I've been saying lately, pick a card readings are not reflective on my gifts. Yes, they can be to an extent, but again, just because it doesn't resonate here, it doesn't mean if you get a paid reading that it's not going to resonate. So, but anyways, I thank you guys for stopping by. I wish you love and light. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 2. This is a reading regarding what Spirit wants you to know in collaboration with Woohoo Tarot. I will link her channel and her video in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment. Go check her out, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's see what Spirit wants you to know. So seek answers from within. Okay, so a lot of the questions and concerns that you have in the back of your mind, the answer is there. It's from deep within you. You may have to do some meditation to go and, you know, actually hear those messages and those answers and get that clarity. I feel like maybe you've already been provided with some signs that you're just not paying attention to, and Spirit is saying to whatever signs you've gotten already, even if it was 1 or 2 signs, you need to follow those. You have 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is it's not a predictive type of card. It just lets you know that there may be some type of progress in 1 or more areas of your life, but it's all up to your free will on how you get there. But yeah, but for the most part, to see some type of clarity that maybe you're looking for some of you, this could be from an earth sign. Not an earth sign, maybe so, since I just said that. Sometimes when I do that, it's not an accident, it's Spirit doing that on purpose. But what I was trying to say, instead of an earth sign, was a fire sign. Could be in other areas of your chart or yours, or simply just the energy you or them are taking on at this time. But let's see, it's time to move on. I feel like for some of you, this is about taking action on something instead of just sitting and waiting for something to happen. Because that's kind of what the 2 of Wands, this person is doing here. They're just waiting for something to come to them, which is why they're not seeing any progress. So it's time for you to put one foot in front of the other when it comes to that. For others of you, if you are, you know, wondering about a relationship or something that isn't going anywhere, you already have your answers. And for some of you, that answer is to walk away and move on and forward from the connection. For others of you, you could be going through something with your partner or whoever, maybe a friendship or something, that, you know, you're not having any progress with, and if in that case, it's saying that it's time to either forgive and let go of what made this connection into what it is, what's causing the trust issues or the lack of progress or the one-sided energy, and, you know, kind of revamp your connection. But for others of you, this is about completely letting it go, because it's kind of that connection in some way or another is allowing for you to stay stuck in the same position when it comes to other areas of your life. So we have environment, changing your environment, maybe like I said, your friendships or who you hang around or where you choose to hang out at. And with this green here, it talks about a healthy environment, and we also talking about your heart chakra as well. So for some of you, it is love related. For some of you, you may have some type of connection with somebody at work as well, or somebody, you know, that benefits somehow financially from you, maybe a business partnership or something, some type of partnership or something in general. If you, this isn't a questions reading, but if you ask a question, your answer is it's time to let go or change, take a new approach to it and change some aspects. So surrender to setting limits. Yeah, you guys need to set boundaries with somebody, maybe at work, some type of environment. For some of you, this is work. For others of you, this is a friendship or relationship. And for others of you, this could even be about maybe a home. And the reason I say that is because of the environment card. And we have 44 here. And 4 is like stability, it's protection, it's, you know, a very good angel number for the most part. But it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. So yeah, like I said earlier, embrace the moment. And it says, embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. So we talked about embracing change in pile number 1 at the end. So if you're interested in seeing what I said about that, do refer back to that pile, at least towards the end, to hear that message. But here we have embracing the moment. So pretty much just living in the moment, not worried about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow. Just focusing on whatever moment you're in currently, and that's going to also give you the answers you need as well. Somebody's actions are going to speak louder than words, if not now, coming up. If you are needing to listen to that and accept it for what it is. Whatever they're showing you now is how they truly are. So whether this, like I said, is a friend or a family member or a co-worker, whoever it is. And yeah. So Daniel, I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. So some of you may be married or in some type of relationship where you were in a relationship long term, where it seemed like you were married at least, and maybe you're having, like I said, you may be having some issues and whatever that connection may be. And this is saying that this connection is worth fixing. Your angels and your guides and God, the universe, they are here to help you fix it. For some of you, it's time to let it go. But for a majority of you, it's time to, when I say let go, I don't necessarily mean you have to like move on completely from that person or that situation. It's just simply saying for you to let go of what's not in your control or what you can't control and move on and start over with them. But for others of you, it's to move completely on. Take it how you feel it resonates to you. It's too many energies, so I can't pinpoint just one. But those are one of the two, or those are two of the options here. But I am the angel of marriage and I'm assisting you right now. So most of these connections are repairable. So yeah. But then I also feel like this is here to help you embrace the new energy within this person, because somebody has changed. This is how they're going to be from now on, and at least for a while longer. So if you want to deal with them, you're going to have to call on some angels and the universe and God to help you adjust to the changes that they have made. Okay? So not to change them, but to embrace what they have. So we have acceptance. I already talked about that pretty much. That's just validation, to be honest. There really isn't no point in talking about it because I've said it several times. So accepting. Time to go. So another move on card. So Spirit is telling me to tell you, and another 4 here. Spirit is telling me to tell you that if you cannot accept or changes, that it's time for you to let it go. That's time for you to move on. The connection or whatever it is no longer for you. It's your job maybe, or if it's a job or whatever the case is, your job or a person may simply, you know, have called you to make some adjustments recently or coming up. And Spirit is saying if you don't like those adjustments, if you don't like that change, you're going to have to move on from it completely. And yeah, time to go. That's what I feel like that means now. I feel like now it means accept what's going on or let it go. So we have 2 cards here that suggest to move on if you don't like the current situation. It's time to move on, and it's time to let go, or simply just adjust, because otherwise, you know, it's not going to go the way you want it to go. They're not changing. Whatever environment it is, it's not changing, at least for a while. You're going to have to accept it if you want to deal with it. So, listening to my body. My health is my life, the temple of my experience, and the greatest of my blessings. So, pretty much saying to listen to your body to receive these answers as well. Your body can give you answers in many different shapes and forms, in ways. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I guess that might be supposed to be a snowball, but you can look at it as a crystal ball. Your body has all the answers. It, you know, gives you clues into certain things. You may not pay attention or notice, but sometimes when you have like pains out of nowhere, or especially when you're around somebody and you don't start to feel these pains or hurt until they're around. It's not always necessarily just physical pain for you, or is their energy, but it's possibly just something trying to warn you of something, whether good or bad. So listen to the messages in your body, as they are the answers that you could be looking for. So from within your body and within, you know, your soul. So that is all. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this reading, if it resonated or if you learned something from it. If you like personalized readings, please do visit the description box down below. I'm going to link also Woohoo Tarot's information as far as her YouTube channel and her video response to this video, or her part of the collab is what I mean to say. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed this video, and stay safe. Wish you guys love and light, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 3. This is a reading I am doing in collaboration with Woohoo Tarot. Her information will be in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment. This is going to be what Spirit wants you to know, so pretty much things to look out for, maybe something that's coming up, or something that maybe you need to get information about now, whatever the case is for you. They're not good for you. Interesting. Spirit is saying protection and not rejection. So if you felt somebody becoming distant with you, or in some type of way telling you that they're not interested, Spirit is saying that it is for your own good. Do not chase after that person or that situation, because it's the universe's way of trying to keep you protected and out of harm's way to some extent. So Spirit says to let them leave, let them be distant, because it's only good for you in the end. Okay, we have 8 of Pentacles, which is dedicated effort, doing all of the work, which I feel like maybe you could have been doing in whatever this is. Again, doesn't have to be like a person or romantic interest. It could be anything. Could even be a job where you're doing 99% of the work while everybody else is sitting around. So this job may not be good for you as well. But I do feel like you work hard, and whatever this is only going to continue to drain you, so let it leave. Avoid, yeah. Yep. It looks like if you do work, I know a lot of people are working from home, or, you know, there are people that are still working on the outside as well, of course. Whatever the case is, Spirit says to not allow people to make you feel obligated to do your work, or to do their work. I don't know if I said what this says, but it says avoid manipulation. By the way, this is V's Oracle deck, one of her Oracle decks, a Fortune Cookie Oracle, if you're interested in that. But yeah, I also get a sense of somebody trying to take credit for something that you did as well. So if not now, coming up, just be careful with especially your work environment for some of you. So health. So I don't do health readings. If you come to me for a private paid reading, I will not touch bases on health. Now collectively, sometimes I feel comfortable enough to do it. It's not that I can't do it. It's just that I'm trying to protect not only myself, but my clients and people that look to me for guidance. So like I said, or like I at least try to remember to say in my videos, is that these are not substitutes for medical, legal, or any other type of advice given to you by a qualified professional. But I feel like this is the health of a situation rather than physical health. I just feel like you just need to be careful with who you also give your ideas to, because somebody will pass them off as their own. So make sure you don't tell people everything. And I know it's hard, because I get to the point where I want to tell somebody my ideas, but I've learned a lot, and especially recently, that I don't need to be doing that. So I try to keep it to myself. But yeah. Let's see. We have surrender negative thinking. So like I said, instead of feeling like you were rejected from something or someone, change it around. Protection, not rejection. So you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmation. So this could be about the health aspect as well. Changing your mindset, because when you think negatively all the time, it does affect your health physically. So keep that in mind. It can. I know I've been there. I'm very spiritual, very psychically gifted, and it's not that I think negative on purpose, but I see things, I feel things, I hear things. And even though I can't control it, in a way, there is a way that I possibly can control it, if that makes sense. So just put something, get something to distract yourself, maybe even get into your work. A lot of these messages are kind of like things I've said in my last pick a card reading before this one. And then also with the work part, I did put up a post for a weekly message on the community tab if anybody's interested in seeing what that message was. But yeah, just find something to distract you, even if it means you know, working. Have fun. So we have a lot of orange here. This deck that I use, it has more than orange cards, so keep that in mind. But in this entire video for all 3 piles, all the cards that came out were orange. So I think that that means something as far as like this deck goes. So have fun. So have fun with your work. Have fun with what you do. Make sure, like I said, get distracted with something, maybe fun, maybe finding a fun TV show to watch, getting into a new series, just something in general to keep negativity off your mind. So the card reads, stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly, something totally unlike you, something just for the joy of it? It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind and give yourself and your soul permission to have fun. So I also feel like this goes right here too. You've been working way too hard. You're not having fun. You're taking things too seriously, and you 100% invested in your work, and that is good. But you got to take some time off, have some fun, even if it's just, you know, staying in for one day, taking a day off of work or whatever the case is. Like I said, finding a show to watch, watching a movie, or just anything, you know, to... Fun is a part of being healthy too. You have to have fun too, I feel. So, yeah. We have Oceana, and it reads, take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So you need to be assertive. Tell somebody what you want out of something, especially when it comes to this hard work that you're doing, because somebody, I feel like coming up, you need to be very careful, if not now, with who you do your work around and how you do it, because they will try to take credit for it. So I feel like this is just more messages on that, as far as, like it says, assert yourself. Tell people that that's not okay. If somebody comes out and say, hey, this was my idea and I did the work for it, stop them in their tracks and say, no, that's not how it happened. I did the work. I came up with the idea. And yeah. Patience. So I feel like you're being asked to take a break from a project or something. I feel like you've done all you can do at this time. Things are going to fall into place. You're just going to have to give it time. And because I feel like you've done a lot of work already. You're working so hard to the point where you feel like you're going to miss something if you put the hammer down for 1 second. Or if you look away for 5 seconds. But Spirit is saying that you've done a lot of work already, and you're sowing your seeds. You just have to be patient. It's okay to take a break and do something and have fun for a little bit. We have Here and Now, 32. So I think I said something about the present, focusing on the present and past, and pile number 2. So do go back there if you are interested in hearing what I have to say about that. It has in this picture, it says past, and then there it says future, but the main message is they want you to focus, your angels want you to focus on what's going on right now rather than what's coming up or what happened the other day or yesterday. Yeah. So our last card is Quiet Nourishes Me. Quiet nourishes me. It connects me to the power of now. So back to focusing on the present. So pile 2. I don't know if you thought about picking pile 1 or if you picked both pile 1 and 2. If not, you're being guided. If you are being guided to go back to pile 2, do that. Some of you may need to watch it because there's a few things in common between this one and that one. But so standing still, standing in silence is what I feel this is about. Like I said, not telling everybody every idea that comes to your mind is going to be for your good, because the people you choose to relate it to, they possibly can have intentions to make it look like they did the work or came up with the idea. But yeah, pretty much just sit in silence, and at least until you have the project halfway finished or completed. But yeah, so that is all I have for pile 3. I hope that this made some sense and that you learned something from it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out Woohoo Tarot's channel and her video, which I will be linking in the description box below. Again, this is a reading regarding what the Spirit want you to know, in collaboration with Woohoo Tarot. Again, I'm going to link her stuff in the description box in the pinned comment. I don't know if she wants me putting her email address out, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm not sure exactly if she's doing private readings. I want to say she is thinking about it. I'm not sure, but if she is, she'll, you know, I'm assuming, put that in her video. So but yeah, so thank you, Woohoo Tarot, for doing this collaboration with me. It, you know, it's fun. I love collaborations. You never know, because like the messages from one video to another, it's like they resonate so much. It's just a, you know, a lot of guidance, useful guidance from different readers, and I love doing that. So but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like personalized reading from me, everything's in the description box below, and I do put my website and Etsy shop link in a pinned comment as well, with her information in it. But anyways, I hope you guys are staying safe. I wish you love and light, and hope to see you guys in the next one.